All right. So I read something, but I studied something in Parashat of this week, Vayera, the Orach Chaim HaKadosh. I'll start with the Orach Chaim and then we'll go into the. I read something. So it says Vayera Elav Hashem be'elonei mamre. Usually, what is Vayera? Vayera means that God revealed. He revealed Himself, but it's not written the right way. The Orach Chaim HaKadosh asks the question. It should have been written Vayera Hashem Elav, and God revealed Himself to Avraham. Why is it? Why does the Torah start saying Vayera Elav? He revealed to him Hashem. It's not written the right way. If you see all the time that when Vayera means God appeared, He appeared Himself. So what does appeared mean? When you say He appeared to him, so you should have said Vayera Hashem Elav, and it says Vayera Elav Hashem. That's the question. And when God appears to someone, it's a nevuah, it's a prophecy. There's a prophecy that's going to be given to Avraham here, but the Torah doesn't say anything about the prophecy. It says Vayera elav Hashem be'elonei mamre v'hu yoshev petach o'el kechom hayom. So you see Rashi comes and tells you he came to visit him because it was the third day of his Brit Milah and he was hurting, so he came to him to heal him. And just to mevaker, it says that it's important to go see someone that's sick, because you can take off half of his sickness, and especially when you do a Brit Milah, the third day, when it says also when they went in Shechem, Yaakov went to Shechem and they did the Brit Milah of all the people in Shechem, because they wanted to get married with Dinah. At the end, Shimon and Levi came and killed them. But what they did is that the third day, Vayu Kohavim, they were hurting, and we see here that the third day is the day where the baby hurts the most. So that's why it's good to come and see him, and to and take off a little bit of. So he came and he did that, but that's not a prophecy. So the Orach Chaim HaKadosh says it's not even written in there. Why isn't it written in there? Why isn't it said in the Torah what happened? There's a prophecy that was supposed to happen, and there's three things that happened. Is that after when the three people three angels came, and he went to get them, it was three missions. There was three missions that they were supposed to do. Is that one, that Sarah will have a baby. That's Michael that came, Michael, so went to tell him, the Malach Michael. Then Raphael came to heal Avraham, and Gabriel and Malach Gabriel came to destroy Sodom, which was a mitzvah also, because he wanted to erase all the bad that was happening in Sodom. Sodom was like New York, LA, Vegas, South Beach, Key West, Wildwood, all together in one place. Okay?
Not that we know anything.
I wouldn't say Tel Aviv, but people that walk in Tel Aviv, maybe, the ones that are not dressed properly. I mean, like men. It's called like Medinat of. Anyway, I won't go in that. Whatever he did. That was a prophecy. It was a prophecy. What was the real prophecy? Is that they're going to get Yitzchak. But why isn't it written? Why isn't it written in the Torah? It should have been written in the Torah. So the Orach Chaim says two things amazing, beautiful. First thing, it answers the two. Here is the first time and the only time that God will reveal Himself to Avraham. It's the only time. All the times after that you're going to see God speaking to Avraham is in the prophecy, and it says Vayomer Hashem Elav. Vayomer Hashem El Avraham. But you will never see Vayera Elav Hashem. What does that mean, that God reveals Himself Elav, on Avraham. It's to explain that it's the first time that he comes and Uba lishkon et hashechina shelo alav. He comes to put his presence on Avraham. He comes and he puts him in the cocoon. He protects him. He gives, when we say that God has his presence somewhere, like in the Bet HaMikdash, or when he revealed himself on Yam Suf, or when he revealed himself in the in Har Sinai, he came to put his presence on something, on a place, in a house. So it's the time where God says to Avraham, I will come to you now, and I will cover you with that Shekhinah, with that Kedusha. I told you, Eli, anytime I'm giving a class, he comes. That could be in DDO, it could be in Saint Laurent, and Côte Saint-Luc, he's there. Yeah, I know you're here. So we see from here that there's a revelation to Avraham that God has to put himself on him, and because he's going to put himself on him, he's going to be present with Avraham. He knows that now he can start doing everything with him. Start getting all the brachot down, getting all the promises that he told him when he left his house, and that he's going to give him the beracha, and he's going to give him to the generations coming after him. That was the moment. That's why the Torah doesn't say Vayomer Vayera Hashem Elav, but Vayera Elav Hashem. It's the first time that he comes and he reveals himself to him, and Avraham understands that the moment, and will take that moment, and he will take it with him for him to spread it all around to the people around him. People will see Avraham, and they will know, oh look, God revealed himself to him. Like Moses, when he came down from Har Sinai, when he came down from when he saw the burning bush, he came down, and we say that he had v'keren or panav. He had his face that was enlightened, and people used to, you look different. It's like when you see a rabbi, and you see rabbis that are very, if you touch the hand of a rabbi, you could touch. You see the baby, you touch his hand, it's so soft. When you touch a rabbi's hand, the inside of his hand, it's really not mine. I'm not that. Yeah, they don't do the laundry.
Rabbi had hands.
Why? But my hand is soft and I'm not a rabbi.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. But what does that mean? It means that there's so much purity in this person, and like in a baby, there's purity. There's no sin. There's nothing that separates him from the Shekhinah. It says that when a baby is born, he doesn't see really, but he sees angels, and he's very very he's still close to the Shekhinah. That's why you go to him, and you get so much brachot. The sandak that takes the baby gets all the brachot on him, and when you come to him and you give him the bracha, like the Kohen. The Kohen, when he goes and he gives the bracha to all the, you go to the synagogue and you cover. Why do you cover yourself? Why can't you look at the Kohen when he gives you the bracha? Because the Shekhinah is right there. That's Elav. That's what God comes and he's planning on Avraham. That's why it's written Elav and not Aviga. Yeah. So that's the start of Avraham. Avraham starts with the fact that God reveals himself to him, and from that on, he has his job. And it says, Yiru enenu, that the Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, they're the eyes of Am Yisrael. They show us the derech. Come. How are you? Nice to meet you. There we go. Mazal tov.
No, I don't want this.
Now, the subject I wanted to speak about, I wanted to say that chidush, just to get into the groove.
But wasn't there the difference about appearing on him and Avraham seeing Hashem, like the between being passive and active?
Well, he never saw. He never saw. He appearing. He saw that the appearance.
He looked at him and kind of acknowledged the fact that he was there.
Well, it says in the parasha later on that Vayisa enav vayach. But what is Vayisa enav? Is that he looked further. What did he look further? He saw 3 people coming next to his house, and he said to God, "You know what? I know that you revealed yourself to myself, but I gotta let you go for a moment. I gotta go get some. I have to do achnasat ochim. That's why it says, "Gdola achnasat ochim milekabel penei shechina." Why do we say that here? Because maze lekabel penei shechina. You just received the panav, which is the revelation of Hashem at that moment. He had the first time in his life God revealed Himself to him. He didn't see Him, but he felt His presence. He was there.
His head up, you saw him.
He didn't see anything. He felt that presence that he never felt in his life.
Correct.
And he said, "Okay, but wait a second. I understand that you're here with me, but I have one thing that I have to do. I gotta put you aside for a second. You imagine that you have like the president that comes to your house, and your wife is asking you something, and what are you supposed to do? Your wife is your shekhinah. She is the shekhinah in the house. If your wife tells you something and somebody else asks you something in the house, you have to do whatever your wife is telling you. Why? Because it's the kabel penei shechina. But it's like if you're telling your wife, wait a second, you know what? It's even more important to get people in the house than even to
listening to your wife.
I won't say it that way because but in a way your wife should understand that you know what, go get them. But here you're giving me tu es en train de renforcer le point. Is that, how do you say renforcer le point?
Reinforce.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Reinforce, whatever. French, English is the same thing. So emphasizing. There you go. That's better. Okay, so you're emphasizing the fact. Yeah, Abigail, you can help me. I know you know the good. Okay, emphasizing the fact that he's right there with him. That's what Vayira Elav means, because he put him aside and he said, "I'm going to go get some guests." That's why the dicton comes out and says, "Gadol achnasat ochim milekabel penei shechina." It's higher to get people into your house like you're doing right now, and get him to do a shiur Torah and eat in your house and invite them for Shabbat, than having Hashem at your door telling you, "Hey, listen, I just revealed myself to you." You know what I'm saying? That's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted from Avraham, and he understood that. That's the first thing. That's the first mitzvah, really, that he accomplished, even in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The subject of the class is how important one mitzvah is. Just to do one mitzvah. People they think that when they do one mitzvah, it's not that wow. Okay, so what? I got people in my house. So what? I gave to a poor person. So what? Okay, I did something. I did a good deed. No, wait a second. Your mitzvah is something incredible. You don't understand. You don't understand what you're doing. Doing a mitzvah is not that easy. People think that it's easy to do mitzvot. But when you do a mitzvah, the Gemara says, "Im mitzvot tzchichot kavana and tzchichot kavana." There's a machloket, there's a discussion. When you do a mitzvah, do you have to understand why you're doing the mitzvah right now, or you don't need to? Just doing the action is enough. What do you say? Doing an action.
Have the good intentions in mind.
Yeah, but good intention meaning
motive.
you understand what you're doing here.
But there's some mitzvahs you need, some you don't.
So that's the question. The Gemara asks the question, says, does mitzvot tzchichot kavana or en tzchichot kavana in brachot? Ask the question. The Gemara says it's maskim that tzchichot kavana. Meaning, I'll give you an example.
There's a purpose, but not the you need to understand the purpose, but maybe sometimes not the reason.
No, when you do it, you have to understand what you're doing. I'll tell you. I'll give you a. When you do Shema Yisrael, you guys do Shema Yisrael. I know how you do Shema Yisrael. This is how you do Shema Yisrael. That's how I do sometimes because I'm very tired at night. So I go And then like and usually you got to do like the whole Shema, and then after the Shema Kriyat Hashem, even when you do the mitzvah, once you have to do twice the mitzvah deoraita, the Torah, you have to do it twice the Shema. You have to do it in the morning and you have to do it at night. Okay, when you do Arvit. Okay, when the time comes, when there's the stars come out, that's the time to do. There's a time to do, and if you go further and you lose the time, you can't do Shema in its time. You have to do it in its time usually. And if you just do it like this, you just like do Shema Israel and you read it. It's like if you read in the Torah because it's written in the Torah.
That's also the reason why only those 2 times you actually cover your eyes, and you don't have to cover it the other times where it says in the Torah.
You're not obligated to close your eyes.
Just in the
close your eyes, yes, but not go like this.
Close your eyes. You're right, just in the morning.
Yeah. And Arvit.
But in between.
Well, you can read it like this, yeah, there's no problem. Or when you do Slichot, Shema Israel. Yeah. But why do you close your eyes? Why do you close your eyes?
Or doing Kiddusha.
Lama ta sograt ha'inayim? You know why? Because you focus. Because you're like, okay, what am I going to say now? I'm going to say Shema Israel. I have to understand Israel. Okay? Me, I'm Israel. I understand. It's not Shema, listen. I know. I don't listen. I'm saying it. I understand Shema Israel. Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Hashem is one. He is all, everyone. You have to understand the whole pasuk. If you do not understand what you're saying, the mitzvah that you've done, you haven't done anything. You haven't done it. You just read in the Torah. You did the mitzvah. You studied Torah.
Il y a une mitzvah de lire aussi.
Okay.
Une mitzvah de prier en hébreu. Et une mitzvah de prière.
You're right, but to do the mitzvah itself of reading the Shema and understanding it, you need to understand it.
Mais moi puis Ali, on n'a pas comme. We didn't understand what we were saying when we were doing our bar mitzvah.
Yeah,
No,
so Mama bar mitzvah, he told me to read a sentence. I read, the eye gets smacked.
Okay, so that's a chinuch. You know, like when you teach a kid.
You read, you got smacked.
When you teach a kid to do Shema, he doesn't understand. He's gonna read. Some kids do understand.
It's to build the rules.
Yeah, exactly. It's education. But when I went to yeshiva, you know what? The first time I went to yeshiva, my rabbi came to me and told me, do you understand what you say when you read? I said, I don't understand anything. I just say Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. He says, well, you never did the mitzvah of Shema Yisrael. I was like, what are you talking about? So what does Shema Yisrael mean? What does that mean? What does Shema Yisrael mean? What does Shema does? What does that mean? What does Hashem Yud Ke Vav Ke Elokeinu mean? Hashem, again, Echad. What do I have to think? What do I have to have as an intention when I say that pasuk to say I have done the mitzvah? And there's a whole explanation that you can learn. And then when you do that, it changes everything. Yeah.
What's the right way to hold your face? Like this or like this?
So the real one, the Kabbalah is like this. It's like this. Look. You take this.
Everyone is someone else.
Look. Here.
Because when I learned to do it, I learned to do like this. When my husband does it, he does it like this.
It's like this. Wait.
My sister does it like this.
Can I show you? She's like.
Goes in the eyes.
Or like the ones that, the women that light the candles, they go like this.
Yeah. You know why? Because
they're gonna they're going like
DJ
they're gonna jump in the water.
Doesn't have to do with this is the sheen.
So yeah, that's the sheen. So this is the sheen, okay? If you go like this, you have the sheen. You know that when when someone really really thinks, he goes like this. Like this. And when you close your eyes, and you have to do it sitting down, not standing up. Sitting down and concentrating. So the Fiat Kabbalah, you have to go like this. This is the right way. See? This is the right way. Yes.
Okay.
And then you go. Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. And you go like this. Where do you go like this for? You know where you go like this for? Because you're thinking about He's Hashem in all the four corners of the world. And then you kiss. If you want to kiss, you can kiss. A lot of people they kiss anything. the kippah falls. Oh my God, I gotta kiss it. You don't kiss the kippah. If this falls, you gotta kiss it. If a Sefer Torah Chaz v'Shalom falls, you gotta kiss it. Right? If your son falls, you gotta kiss him. You go to hospital. Also, because there's inside there's the parchment, there's the writing. So it's kadosh. You understand? But the kippah is not. But you're not going to throw the kippah.
Why? But
you see what I'm saying?
Not something holy?
No.
It's a piece of material. There's no balchai.
You know what the kippah is for? Physically, what do you do with the kippah? I'll tell you. There's a problem when you study Torah. You're not allowed to let's say you you were sweating. Okay, you're studying a lot and you're sweating, and you wanna just like scratch your hair, and you're like, and you're all sweaty and everything. If you scratch your hair like this with your hands, your hands get dirty. You have to go and wash your hands. So what do? So when we sweat and we study a lot, and what we do is that instead of, we don't say, we go like this. Yeah. That's physical.
Yeah, but technically you don't have to wear a kippah.
But the kippah is because you can't say the name of Hashem and you can't walk 2 feet, 2 feet, yeah, without your head covered.
But
so
if
you
you
cover
sit
your
down,
head.
you're allowed to sit down like this. If you're not moving,
but it shows the Yirat Shamayim that you have.
Wow.
What if you're driving in a car and there's a roof over your head?
No, you need to have something.
You need to have
something. Only when you take a shower, you don't wear a kippah. When you go to the beach, you don't have to wear a kippah. When you play basketball, I asked a question because a lot of kids want to play basketball and they want to wear the kippah. You're not obligated. You're not obligated.
So I met a religious guy.
He wears it.
Wears tzitzit and all that.
Yeah, okay. So he wants to. He's machmir on himself.
Yeah.
But
When
if
he
you
plays basketball,
What?
when he plays
No,
basketball,
no. He goes out. He is strictly kosher. Wears tzitzit and doesn't wear kippah.
I did that for many years.
Okay, but that's like me. I keep
What?
kosher,
I work till
I
orange
keep
and
Shabbat, and
but
I
you don't
wear-
cover.
I'm talking about a man who
I don't
wears
wear
tzitzit
skirts,
and doesn't
so-
wear kippah.
But it's similar.
Mais qu'est-ce que ça a à voir? Genre, tu portes pas la
I'm
kippa,
not
tu...
covered.
Toute la mitzvah, c'est les vatala.
No, because let's say you want to eat something now. Okay,
Wow.
you're gonna say the name of Hakadosh Baruch Hu. You're gonna say Adoshem. You can't say the name of Hashem without understanding that that he's there.
Wow.
But it's written in the Shulchan Aruch that you have to have your head covered. Even before the Rabbanim in Morocco, all right, or in Iraq or in Egypt or whatever it is, they always had like a jalabia, like jalaba. Like when you're going to do the henna, we're going to do the henna, you're going to put the jalabia, and you go like this, okay? The Moroccan rabbis in Morocco didn't have a hat, didn't have like, the Borsellino and all. That comes from Poland, that comes from Lithuania, all those places. That's the way they used to
My great grandfather portait le tarbouche.
oui, le tarbouche aussi, un petit tarbouche, ou
Well, the red one with the tassel.
Yeah.
I have it in my house in a
And every
glass
single
case.
man in the old pictures, because he
All
was the
have them,
rabbi
right?
of Damascus at the
Right.
time. See everyone, and I'm like, no, which
Yeah.
one's your grandfather? Il portait tous les
les tarbouches.
And she goes, mais ça c'est le rabbin ceci, this is the rabbin ça, and ça c'est son frère, le grand rabbin de Tel.
Voilà.
The whole, they were
Mais
all
à la
rabbis.
tu as besoin de 2 couvrants de la tête.
Ouais.
Mais ça, c'est pour les Marocains, nous, on les fait
Has to
comme
be,
ça.
your kippah usually has to be doubled. Has to be
That's why
doubled.
people
order
wear
for it to be
kippah and I
kosher, it has
have
to
it.
be-
Yeah, also. Yeah. It has to be doubled.
You
But I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You can
Has
do
to
it
cover
lying down.
has
You
to
can't
cover
do it in a
the
bed.
majority of your
Because in a bed,
head.
it's-
Okay, but I have
Usually,
a
it's not.
question.
It's
So
not
this
a.
guy,
It's not a. It's not a.
who's
like a
religious.
kosher
Yeah.
place,
wears
technically.
tzitzit but doesn't wear kippah.
Because you sleep in your bed. You
How does he
sometimes
live?
get
What do you mean
in
you
bed,
put
enough
tzitzit
food.
and doesn't work
He wears
kippah?
Put two man in bed.
Yeah?
But if you're lying out on the couch, that's when
Why?
I said before.
Oh, when you play, I thought when you played the basketball.
No,
No,
in the day.
he goes on the street, he comes to an event, he wears
See, no,
somebody does
no,
wear
you can't do it in
kippah.
your bed.
Mal
Because
mental,
the
huh?
Same way you
mitzvah-
can't put like talit on
Because
the
the
bed, you can't put
mitzvah is the
tzitzit on the bed.
tzitzit, and the kippah is not a mitzvah.
They'll write that. But what is
Adolf,
My
It's like-
question is,
it's
how
like-
does he say his brachot if he doesn't wear kippah?
He has a problem.
It's the same thing
He
as-
doesn't do brachot.
It's the same thing as eating food without a blessing, no?
Yeah,
No, eating food without a blessing is like stealing zama.
Anyways,
Mais attends, tu as le droit de dire, you're allowed to say Shema in your bed parce qu'un lit c'est un mokum de Touma.
yes, you can.
Mais c'est un mokum
But
de
you
Touma.
can't do it lying down. You gotta be sitting down.
Ok, parce que tu lises pas le lit pour
Slight
le-
elevation.
Yeah, you gotta be sitting down. You can't do it like lying down.
No, because the bed is some is a it's a
No,
it's a
no,
Touma.
no. After when you sleep, when you go to sleep, that's when the tuma comes.
No, it's the same reason why you can't put your tefs on your bed, you can't put your talit on your bed. Because
can't
there's
pray
things
in
on
your-
There's things on your bed that's not supposed to be a...
You can't pray in your bedroom.
Relax, bro. You're taking it too
No,
far.
no, seriously.
Anyways, okay.
You're looking too far into it.
So
You can bring it in your bedroom, like if you're
Like
passing
when I
by, you
travel,
shouldn't leave it on your bed.
No, but when I travel and there's only one room to sleep, I put them in my suitcase so that they're not in the same room as where I sleep.
Wait, what?
But you put them in a closet, in a drawer or something, yeah.
well, if they're covered, it's okay.
Yeah, they're in the bag.
If in there in a bag, you could put them anywhere you want. Doesn't matter.
But that's what I mean.
Okay.
I have them in my talit bag,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't leave them on the desk
Why?
in the same room where I sleep
Why not?
In a hotel, I don't know. I was
But it's
told it
covered, it's in
shouldn't
a
be.
plastic.
Oh,
bag.
you just want to have that kedusha?
So I put
Okay.
them in my suitcase,
Okay,
so
great.
I put them in the closet.
Kol hakavod. Kol hakavod. Okay. Now, there's another Gemara. There's another Gemara.
Silence, s'il vous plaît.
Where's Abigail? She left?
She just want to get the rest
Oh, sorry. Okay. There's a Gemara in Brachot. What are you doing? There's a Gemara in yeah, I know.
Il va venir à New York avec nous.
I hope so.
Ah yo, écoute-moi, je te paye pas ce soir. Je te paye pas ce soir.
Non?
Non, mais je te paye, ça va.
D'accord.
Oh yeah, huh? Oh yeah.
Ouais, I mean, a long-lasting relationship with money. Always gonna pay him 2 years later.
So there's a Gemara that says like this. It says, Gemara says, what's bigger? Ask a question. Ask a question. The Gemara says, what's bigger? Is it bigger to, what's more important, let's say? That when someone does a mitzvah, without anybody telling him to do a mitzvah, meaning like, let's say you go in the street and you see an old woman and she needs help, right? Take her bag and bring her up, she needs you to help her. She's like, Sonny, can you help me out? And you're like, okay, and you know what, I'll do a mitzvah, and I'll help an elderly woman. And you feel good, like whenever you bring back everything back home, and you get out of there, you feel, look, this, I did a mitzvah, an amazing mitzvah. What's bigger, to do that, or if I come and I ask one of my students, I tell them, listen, get up in the morning, go put your tefillin, and go pray. What's higher? What at the eyes of Hashem? What does he feel? How is he going to feel when you do the mitzvah by yourself, or if he's asking you to do a mitzvah? What do you think?
By yourself.
By yourself. Okay. Why? Why do you say that? Comes from you. And you say? Which means?
I want
You
to
should do it out of your goodness and
Yeah.
heart,
I
not for
want
someone
to be
else.
close to him. I want to connect to him.
So
I
yourself.
Want to do his,
So when you do it yourself, right? Okay.
1000%.
Who's
Moi, je vais faire
say
quoi?
no? Who's saying the same thing?
saying
Would you say the same thing? What would you say?
I'm just gonna turn around and go. You're
Wait,
all
no,
wrong.
wait, what was the question again?
No.
What's higher?
Who's
You're gonna
sleeping?
say
Him
we're
or
all
you?
When you do a mitzvah yourself,
Yeah.
or when someone tells you to do a mitzvah?
When someone tells
But
you
I
to
feel
do
like
it.
it's when someone tells you,
When
because
someone
it's
tells
like two
you.
people doing
Yeah.
a mitzvah instead of one.
Yeah.
Who's the two people? You're doing
Like
it.
if I'm telling someone else to do a mitzvah, it means I'm doing it and I'm getting somebody else to do it.
But I don't care what the other one said. He's not going to do the mitzvah. He's telling you get up and do this mitzvah.
But that's
Go
what
to
you just
prayer.
asked, the person, you mean me asking you to do a mitzvah or making my mitzvah myself? That's
You're doing your mitzvah, okay, by yourself.
Yes.
Now let's say someone's telling me to do the mitzvah and I do it.
Yes.
מה יותר גדול? מי שעושה מצווה לבד,
נכון.
בלי שאף אחד יגיד לו לעשות, או אם מישהו יגיד לך לעשות מצווה ואתה עושה את המצווה, המצווה עצמה.
So then the first one, the one that you make by yourself.
By yourself.
Because it comes from
Comes
yourself
from you.
and you understand.
Chazak.
And you want to do it.
Okay.
And nobody's telling you to do it.
All right, very nice. So the Gemara says the opposite. The Gemara says that yes, a human being thinks like you guys just said, that doing a mitzvah by yourself and doing it ratzon bor'i, and doing it for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and I do it. Okay, great, amazing, beautiful. Gadol mitzuveh ve'oseh. It's high. It's high. It's יותר גדול. גדול mitzuveh ve'oseh. That means mitzuveh, that I'm doing a mitzvah because someone told me to do a mitzvah. למי שאינו מצווה ועושה. Someone that's not, I'm not telling him to do a mitzvah and he does it. Which is the complete contrary of what we're trying to, that we live. Because we feel that it's better, let's say we do it by ourselves, right? It doesn't bother me, trust me. I'm like, it's
used
like
to
it's part of my,
You're not violent by nature.
no.
that's
After the class.
What you say? He's not
After the
violent?
class.
You can hold it longer than
Very
that.
violent.
You see, there's one that answered.
You're on Facebook Live.
Yeah, look what he says. He says it's harder to do something that someone asks you to do compared to do something you want to do.
Well, that's the other
So
thing.
listen. So
But
wait.
if you're talking to someone who's not at all about tshuva, like completely disconnected, and you're asking him to do it, and he does it, the merit there is so much bigger.
Okay, so listen to this. Avraham Avinou. Okay? Abraham. Ibrahim. Listen to this. Avraham Avinu. He has 10 mitzvot to do. Okay? 10 of them. We don't even call them mitzvot yet because they didn't have the Torah. The Torah wasn't there yet, right? We call them a nisayon. What's a nisayon? It's a test. So,
A trial, actually, or whatever.
so yeah, like a trial. So, the first one he has, what's the first one he had to do? Do you guys know?
He had to leave his father's house.
No, that's the
Yeah,
second one.
well,
That's the second one. That's the second one.
No?
Second one.
it's a Brit Milah.
What's the first? No, that's
No.
that's the
I'll
that's
give
the
that
third. No, that's the last one. What's the first one? First one, there was
Ils ont envoyé sa femme
there was a
d'Abidjan avec
king.
son gosse.
A king was called Nimrod.
Yes.
Ah,
king
oui,
comes
oui,
to
oui,
him.
oui, 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 yeah.
Comes to him. What does he say? He says,
Bow
"Listen,
down
listen
to
to
the
me,
idol."
yo, buddy. You're gonna bow down to me, okay? If you don't bow down to me, I kill you. I throw you in the fire. All right? If you don't do that, I'm the king. I'm the God." That's what Nimrod says to Abraham. What does Abraham do? He goes,
Cool.
"You want to throw me in the? You want me to bow down to you? Who do you think I am? Yeah? You think I'm going to bow down to you? I bow down to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He's the only man at his generation that believed that there was a creator. Everybody else, they were Ovdei Avodah Zarah. Okay? They were worshipping other gods. What does he do? He tells them, okay, you want to throw me in the fire? Throw me in the fire. I can even run into the fire if you want. He says, okay. He throws himself in the fire. What happens?
Nothing.
What happens? Nothing. There's a miracle. What's the miracle? Nimrod sees Abraham in the fire, protected. Okay? There's like water that's covering him, a bottle, like a cocoon. Comes out from it. I told you.
Wasn't he there for 3 days?
Yes.
Yeah. Midrash.
Eating fruit off the trees. They were
So-
cutting down fruit trees and they were
From the
feeding
Gan
fire
Eden.
with it, and he was eating fruit
Yeah.
in the fire.
From the Gan Eden. So, he threw himself, okay? He threw himself in it. Then, he went through all the other nisyonot that he had. He comes to the last one. What's the last one? What's the last one? Don't say it, Ali.
Huh?
What's the last nisayon that he had? Akedat Yitzchak. What's Akedat Yitzchak? He gets up in the morning. God comes and tells him in prophecy, tells him, listen, take the son that you love, which is Yitzchak, that you've prayed for so many years, that you couldn't even have a child. Take him, okay? Go up to the mountain, Har Moriah, strap him up, all right? Put him on a nice, rock, and then you know what to do. He didn't tell him to kill him. He just told him to do that. Now, Abraham, at that time, people, what were they doing? They were doing something what's called the molech. What is the molech? They used to take their own babies and they used to sacrifice them to idols. It was like this. It was a kind of a way to serve idols. Okay, and Avraham was going everywhere and telling them, "It's asur. What are you doing? You're killing people for what? To serve idols? What are you doing? You can't do that. You can't do that." Imagine, the next morning, you get up and you see Avraham taking his son and doing exactly the contrary of what he was saying to everyone not to do. Where are you going? What's this wood? What's this? Where are you taking your son? Even Yitzchak was coming to him and was telling him, "Daddy, what is this and what is that? And why do we have to go up a whole mountain? We have to go out like a whole river. We have to go through." So, and he comes up, and look what it says in the parasha. In this parasha, he comes up, he puts him on the hotel, he takes the knife, he goes to go in and kill his son. He sends a malach, an angel, and an angel goes, Avraham. He goes, what? Don't even touch him. But why? Let me touch him a little bit. Let me just do something to show you that I was ready to do it. And he woke up really early in the morning, like he had like he's gonna win like $1 million. He did it with simcha. He did it with joy. He comes up, he goes to it, he goes up to it. He tells him stop. You know why? Why do you want me to stop? Because he says ataya dati. Because now I know that you fear me. Now I know that you have yirat shamayim. That you believe in me. So wait a second. Just a second. Fear him meaning respecting him and loving him, and everything to do anything for Hashem. So Avraham stops and he says, wait a second, time out. Wait a second. Do you remember when there was that Nimrod that told me to throw myself in the fire? You know what the biggest mitzvah is today? The biggest mitzvah there is Kiddush Hashem. Is to be ready to die, not to bow down, to worship. Yeah? So it's one of the halachot that you're allowed to say, take my life and I won't do it. Alright? There's 3 mitzvot. There's a mitzvah of Gilu Arayot, take the woman of somebody else and go with her, or I'll kill you. Kill me. Kill this person or I'll kill you. Kill me. And if you bow down to this idol, or I'll kill you. You don't bow down, you get yourself killed. That's not enough for you? Wait a second. That's not enough? I was ready to die. Give me Kiddush Hashem for you, Hashem. I don't get it. That wasn't enough for you? Wait a second. Well, you know what? I got a second thing to say. I did the Brit Milah not at 8 days. Alright? I did it at 99 years old. Go take an old geezer today and tell him, yo, Harvey.
An old geezer.
Did you do your bris milah? What do you think? I'm under bris milah right now? He's going to die. The guy directly does it. He went. He did it. Well, yeah. He went to fight against 5 kings. 5 kings. Take your stuff. Yeah, he went to save Lot. Take your stuff. Get out of your house. Go to Israel. I don't even tell you where to go. Take your stuff and leave. Right? Take your stuff and leave. You have your job. You have your car. You have your business. You have everything. Leave everything and go. That's not enough for you? I don't get it. Sometimes, questions that Jews ask today. They come to me. Listen to this. It's very important. Jews come to me and tell me, I don't get it. I do so much for Hashem. You know what? I do everything. You want me to do Shabbat? I do Shabbat. You want me to eat kosher? I eat kosher. You want me to do Tarat HaMishpacha? I do Tarat HaMishpacha. You tell me to cover my hair? I cover my hair. You told me to beat sneeze. I don't get anything. It's not fair. What? That's not enough? 20 years ago, I was eating McDonald's. Now I eat Benny's. And you know what? I feel good. But you know what? I say at 99 cents to buy a burger and $9.99 to buy a burger. I'll go buy the 99 cents one. But you know what? I work on myself, but it's not enough for him. Why is it not enough? Why? Everything I do in my life is not enough for Hashem. That's what I get. Usually, that's what people tell me. People come to me. Yeah. Why am I not married yet? I'm 28 years old. I'm 30 years old. I'm 35 years old. I'm 40 years old. I didn't find my mazal. Why? What am I doing wrong? Understand? What am I doing wrong? Why isn't it not enough for HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Where will I know what I'm supposed to do and know that, you know what? That's it. I'll get what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from me. I want to get why didn't I win the 649 yet? Why? Why am I not rich? Why don't I have a job like I like to have? Why don't I have a wife like I want? Why don't I have this? All kinds of questions that you don't even know what to do. You don't even know what to answer. So, my question is, why at that time, when he came and put his Yitzchak on it, and he was ready to do the Akedat Yitzchak, he told him, now I know, just now, I know that you fear me. Now I know that I'm ready to, you know what, you have my complete, I'm with you 100%. Yeah. Why not before? So it's the answer. Why gadol mitzvah ve'oseh eno mitzvah ve'oseh? Why is it bigger to do a mitzvah when someone tells you to do a mitzvah than when you do it by yourself? When Avraham threw himself in the fire, no one stopped him. When you're going to go help that old woman, no one's going to stop you. There's not going to be any obstacles for you to do it. You're ready to do it. You're like, I'm doing the mitzvah. Anything's going to happen, I don't care. I'm doing it. Okay, you know what? You want to do Kiddush Hashem? You want to die for the name of Hashem? Go for it. The Yetzer Hara was there. The Satan was there. He saw Avraham. He said, you know what? I've done my job. Avraham is going to die today. Yeah. That's it. I've done it. And you know what? He saw him. He didn't put anything in front of him. He went in. He came out with a miracle. Nothing stopped him. But when he went to take his son that he loved, first of all, it's a son that he prayed all his life for. You imagine you take the most precious thing that you have in your life, and you're ready to give it to Hashem, to give it back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When you have to ask him, and he's asking you questions, Daddy, where are we going? Daddy, why do you need the wood? Daddy, where's the sheep? You know, like, what are you going to put on that hotel? What are you going to do? Who are you going to burn? Oh, me? Wait a second. And he's putting the cord on him. He's putting him on him. And he's taking up the knife. He says, okay. That challenge is the real challenge. When you have a challenge and you go over that challenge, you tell yourself, you know what? I love this person. He's crazy. He's crazy about me. He would do everything for me. What's his name? Christian. But he's great. He's beautiful. He loves me. He gives me everything I want. But he's Christian. What are you doing? You're a Jew. Yeah, but I love it. This is not for you. Stop. HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings you the most beautiful thing in the world. Gives you back someone that is for you. And you tell yourself, wait a second, but I was completely out of it. I thought that this was my life. But that's not my life. This is my real life. And by going through that challenge, you know, I'll give a very simple explanation. Let's say I give you tickets to go see a hockey game, okay? Navdil. I give you a hockey game. I got tickets to go see a game with my daughter. Boston against Canadians. Best game there was until today, okay, this year. I went with her for her birthday. I sat down. I was, you know what? I was cheering for them like crazy with her. We were having so much fun. It was so challenging to see Boston against Canadians. It was like 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 4-3, 4-4. Oh, there's one goal didn't get accepted. Boom, bam, 5-4, they win. I give you tickets to go see a game like this. Just Boston Canadians. You go. You go, like, for sure you go. And you're there. If I give you tickets to go see Canadians against the worst team in the league, Phoenix, you know they're going to win 7-1, but you have a shiur of Rav Dov at Stefan's house, you'll go to the shiur. You know, like, I don't care if I don't see the game. Why? There's no challenge. It's going to be easy. It's easy. But what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants you to do, there's one thing in this world that you have that God doesn't give you. One thing. It's called Yirat Shamayim. It's called not to fear Hashem, because you're not allowed to fear Him, because He loves you, He gives you everything you want, but to respect Him at that way of, to see the awe of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to understand that He's present all the time. It's Yirat Shamayim. It's your fear. It's your choice that, yes, I'm going to eat kosher, or not, I'm not going to eat kosher. That's Yirat Shamayim. I'm going to get married with a Jewish boy, or I'm going to get married with a non-Jewish boy. That's your choice.
Not marrying any boys.
No, I mean boy or girl or whatever. Wait a second. Wait. I'll listen to what you have to say, but I have to finish just that part, okay? What does it make sense? Wait a second. So at that moment, he told him, okay, now I know that you fear me. Now I know that you, even though you went through all those nisunot that you gave me, and you know what? I saw there was challenges also, but not that big of a challenge, like I gave you the last one. And you know what? every tzaddik in the Torah has a slogan. All of them. If you see Yosef, it's called Yosef HaTzadik. He's called the tzaddik. Why? Because he was ready. He was able to not do the avera with the wife of Potiphar. So he called the tzaddik. He's Yashar. Moshe Rabbeinu. Why do we call him Moshe Rabbeinu? His name is Moshe Levi. Yeah, but why do you call him Moshe Rabbeinu? Because he's the Rav. He taught us the whole Torah. So he has a slogan, right? What's the slogan of Avraham? Avraham Ohavi. This is how God called him. He called him a mon amour. He called him my love. Who do you call your love?
Your wife?
Call your wife your love. your son, your daughter, right? What do you call my love?
That's so funny. It's like my go-to thing to say is my love.
My love. Okay. So you love it. You're ready. When you say to someone you love him or you love her, what does that mean? What does that mean that you love someone? It's not only. It's that you're ready to do anything that it goes even against your thought. Meaning that if it has to go and take my life completely out of it, meaning like Avraham, he was preaching not to kill little children, but if God told me to do it, it was for my own good, I'm ready to do it for him. He went through a nisayon that you don't even want to go through. I don't even know if Jews are able to go through what Avraham went through. But you know what? We always say, Matai yagiu ma'asai le'ma'asei avotai. When does my action will arrive to the actions of my forefathers, Avraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov? I want to resemble to them. I want to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu like they serve Hashem. So that's why the Gemara says, Gadol mitzvah ve'oseh, limishu mitzvah ve'oseh, because when you ask someone to do a mitzvah, to get up in the morning when it's cold outside and to go to the minyan, okay, it's hard. It's difficult. But when you have to take a plane at 4 a.m, okay, no one's going to stop you. You're not even going to sleep. You're going to be in the airport 5 hours before because you're going to the Bahamas, right? And no one's stopping you. There's no obstacle stopping you to do it. You're doing a mitzvah. Yeah, I'm taking my wife to a vacation. Chazak u'baruch. But there's no obstacle. It's not difficult. And you know what happens? When it's difficult, how do you feel after when you went through that challenge? You feel so good. You feel complete. You feel like, wow, look what I accomplished. Look what I've done. And you've done it with your own strength, with your own capacities that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave you. And you get the most beautiful thing in the world. You know how hard it is for a human being his age to say to them, listen guys, go study in a yeshiva, sit down, no girls, no movies, no music, no phone, no nothing, just you, your Gemara, and your best friend. Do it. Go do it. Go try to do it. You know how many kids do it today?
None.
You know how? No, a lot. A lot of them won't. They'll do it. You know what? Because they're fed up. They're fed up. There's so much things that are happening in this life that they're fed up. They say, you know what? I need time for myself. I need time to sit down and understand who I am. That's what I did. I sat down and I put everything aside. I didn't see hockey, okay, and I love hockey. I haven't seen it when I was in yeshiva for like 12 years. I didn't see one game. From when the Canadians won in 1993, 12 years I was in Israel. So in Israel, anyways, when I went there, I wasn't religious, but there wasn't like hockey over there. You know what I'm saying? There was like kadurregel. So I didn't like soccer. You know what I mean? I didn't care about soccer. Only the World Cup. But you know, I didn't have the possibility. And when I went to yeshiva, I didn't have time. I didn't want to, and I missed it. I didn't even care about it. And I came back here. Slowly, you know, okay, and and then you go to the games. But I'm saying there's a time where a person has to break out from everything that's surrounding him to know how to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu, how to create that Yirat Shamayim that you have. Hakol min hashamayim, everything that you have today, your husband, your kids, your money, your house, your car, your family, everything you have is from Hashem. Everything. Chutz, only Yirat Shamayim is you. It's only you. You decide. You want to do good, you want to do bad. You want to go to the shiur, you go to the shiur. You don't want to go to the shiur, you don't go to the shiur. It's a challenge, right? It's a challenge. You could have stayed home. It's cold. You're tired. You don't want to go. You have every possibility of saying, I'm not going to go. And you still go. That's Yirat Shamayim. You see? That proves that that person is a giver, is a givira. And if you built on that, you're building Yirat Shamayim. You're resembling to Avraham Avinou. You're resembling. Most of us, every morning, we're mitzuvah ve'oseh. Every morning, God gets up. Nu dov takum. Yalla. Ata atzlan. Yeah, get up. Go to prayer. Go learn. Go do this. Go do that. It's a mitzvah. And every mitzvah you do, why did I start like that? Because every mitzvah you do, you think it's nothing, right? It's a lot. When you do one mitzvah, all the angels are like clapping their hands and they're like, look at my child. Look at him. God's saying to the angels, look at my child. Look at him. He can go and do whatever he wants. And what does he do? He goes to the Bet Midrash and he studies Torah. Buddy, in the world like this, that you go everywhere, everywhere is like, do whatever you want. You create that. What's your question? That is done. I know. No, man.
You said you didn't agree.
Yeah, you didn't agree on the Yirat Shamayim, but I think you're agreeing now.
Yeah.
So,
Does
the catch.
it stay hard for you to get up in the morning?
Yeah,
7
of course. It says the Yitzhara of your friend is higher. You always have to see the Yitzhara of your fellow mate higher than yours.
I'll be there 10 minutes.
I'll tell you.
I'll be there 10 minutes.
I'll tell you.
Because it's hard. It's hard. Like I see the men going to synagogue.
Yeah.
Call in the morning. They finish synagogue. Man, I only wake up at like 6:30. I can't get up and go to synagogue.
Send her an Uber.
Thankfully, I don't have to, but I'm just saying.
I know. It's a lot of work.
Send her an Uber or tell her to come
There's
here.
no way
She's in
that
Salo.
he's gonna miss it. At 6 o'clock,
You want to get shot.
Is there?
It's
It's snowing, raining.
Well, that's Yirat Shamayim. You have to. You know when your husband comes home.
He's on fire.
When your husband comes home from the prayer, okay, and she comes home and you know that he has an hour with you, okay, you come. I'm not saying that you're obligated to do it, but it's like a reward, okay. You have to be proud of him. You have to be proud. Like we have to be super proud of our wives. When we come home, I'll give you the two ways. When he comes back from the prayer, and he woke up at 6:30, all right. And he's there, he did it for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You have to be so proud, he's your king. He comes home, you have the eggs already done, you have the coffee that's already hot, you know that he has another half hour with you, boom, it's done for him. Why? I'm so proud of you, my son, I'm so proud of you, my husband, because I see how much you try to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I know it's hard, I know it's difficult, because myself, I would be never able to do that, okay? And you know what? When I come back home and I see my wife, and I know that she was with the kids from 4 to 6, and I was working, whatever. I come home, and I think that okay, I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna sit down on the couch. I'm not saying I do that all the time, but I'm telling you, most of the time that's how I have to think. You come home and you say, what is else to do? What do you need? Can I help? Can I do something? Why? Because you know that she's been 2 hours with kids. When she leaves me with one kid for an hour, I get crazy. I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do? And you imagine you have 3, 4 kids, 5 kids in the house, different ages. One's asking this, the other one's doing that, the other one's doing here. She's crying, he's crying, he wants to eat, he wants to go to bed, and she's all around. You have to understand that she's a queen. You have to okay, what is there else to do? You know what? Don't even tell me what there's to do. I have to know what I can do to help you. And that, you know why? Because you see the Yirat Shamayim in her. You see that she's working, and you know she has challenges. You know how many challenges we have a day? You know how many challenges we have a day? Every day. Every second of the day we have a challenge. At work, with people, with family, with our spouse, with our kids. Every day is a challenge.
With the weather, with food.
Yeah, everything. But you know what? When you work hard and you go over that and you're a giver, You're doing something. You created that situation. It's hard. You know what? I'm telling this to you guys. I'm telling it to myself. I'm telling myself every day I have to change. Every day I have to know how to be better, how to talk better. And it's challenges. And if you see Avraham Avinou, the 10 challenges that he had, we have them. We have them at our level. At our level, we had them. We have them every day. What would a mother not do for her child? She would do everything for him, anything for him. You ever have, Chaz v'shalom, I'm in school, I teach, and I get a phone call, and I hear, and a couple of times I had all my kids. The Ganenet calls me, your son fell. He just has a little bit of a cut. Boom. Bye bye. And you leave everything. For what? For him. Your wife needs you for something super important. You leave everything aside. You go. It's HaKadosh Baruch Hu does that to build yourself up. And that's the whole marriage, to tell the truth. That's the challenge of a marriage. That's marrying yourself. When you marry Hashem, when you say you marry God, is that you're ready to take His Torah and try to accomplish it. You understand? And the Torah is a lot of things. He's asking you a lot of things to do, but He's not telling you to finish everything. He tells you do your best, do whatever you can. Yeah. You know what? Do everything. Yeah. But do what you. When you do it well. Try to do as much as you can. Don't tell yourself, I'm good like this. Because you won't be good like this all the time. You always have challenges that are going to bring you up. What is nisayon? Nisayon is from the word nosea. What is nosea? When you fall, when you have a nisayon of a test and you accomplish it, what happens? You grow. You grow up. And then you grow up, you become more mature, you understand more things, and thank God, Baruch Hashem, you learn from your mistakes and you don't do them again. That's Avraham. That's a mitzvah. One mitzvah. So anytime you do a mitzvah today, tell yourself, look at me. Look at the mitzvah. Look. I've done the mitzvah. I did it for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I did it for him. To tell the Jew, we have to do it for him, not for us. But when you do a mitzvah for yourself, yeah, it's good. It counts. You know what? When you go help it's a chesed. Kol hakavod, you did well. But it was easy. It's too easy. I don't like the easy stuff. I like the hard stuff. I like the thing that, makes me, there's a challenge in it.
12:30, Breslov Center.
Yeah, that's a big challenge when you do the slichot for 40 days.
Some mornings, I was back over here at 5:30.
You know what? I want to tell you a miracle. Okay, a miracle. You see this girl right here? See Abigail? So this girl.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop it here.